Three. All right, listeners, you certainly know what that theme song means. That's right, it's another episode of Mustang Matters right here in front of a live audience. We invite you to come join us. There are 3 different ways to get involved in today's show. You can join us. You can also text us throughout the show. That number is 775-384-4444, or throughout the entire Mustang Matters show. We'd like to hear from you on the telephone by calling 855-790-TALK. Now write it down, 855-790-8255. Mustang Matters is here at the Reno Town Hall. We invite you to join us, and we kick off every show with one of the co-hosts, and that's Joann Spotted Bear from Pine Ridge Reservation. She's actually going to lead us off like she does week after week with some American Indian flute music and a Lakota prayer.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you to those who helped me to get back to South Dakota to bury my Aunt Zelda and to see my brother for the last time. And with that being said, I'd like to say a prayer and play a flute song. Atewa kantanka tagashla oshmailo omakiayo leshinka wakanki ganwish the hecha no tatanka no shinka shinka ki iha tehi no oyate ki iha tehi omakiayo atewa kantanka chi iha oyate ki chante washte ki iha hello.
Thank you for that. That was Joann Spotted Bear. If you just tuned in, this is Mustang Matters. It was created by and is hosted by none other than country western singer and star Lacy J. Dalton. Joining her today, she has Shannon of the Hidden Valley Wild Horse Protection Fund, and also a world-famous author is now co-host here. We're talking about Terry Farley. She's joined us along with our very own Debbie McCarthy on Facebook, all social media. So without further ado, let's go to the creator of Mustang Matters and the host of Lacy J. Dalton.
Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, everybody. What a great group we have here today, and almost always have on Mustang. I'm so excited about this show growing the way it is, and today, of course, we are going to focus on our Hidden Valley group, who is really the group that's probably taken on more horses here in northern Nevada than any other group that I know of besides Madeline Pickers. So I'm going to turn the show over right now to co-host Shannon Windle and let her tell you the Hidden Valley news, and I'm sure there's a lot of good news from Hidden Valley.
Amen.
Well, thank you so much.
Praise the Lord.
It's so good to see everybody. It's good to see you, Lacy, and Lacy is from the fabulous Let 'em Run organization. That without her, I think we all would be in a lot of trouble. The horses would be in big trouble, a lot bigger trouble than they already are.
You know, I'm glad you said that, Shannon, because when it comes to the wild horse advocacy groups, and I'm talking nationwide, if there's one thing that truly sticks out, it is Lacy J. Dalton and the Let 'em Run Foundation. She seems to be an integral backbone in every one of those organizations.
Absolutely. Couldn't do anything without our alliance. It's incredible what we do. And today I want to bring to light something that has been buzzing around the internet and Facebook, and it is Friday, December 13th, is National Day of the Horse. And I ran across this, and it just struck such a wonderful chord to me, and it's so poignant right now in our struggle to help our wild horses, domestic horses, mules, burros. This was recognized by Congress in 2004 as an event to remind all of us what the horse represents to us, encouraging citizens to be mindful of the contribution of horses to the economy, history, and character of the United States and everywhere. Whereas the horse is a living link to the history of the United States, whereas without horses, the economy, history, and character of the United States would be profoundly different. Whereas horses continue to permeate the society, of the United States as witnessed on movie screens, on the open land, and in our own backyards. Whereas horses are a vital part of the collective experience of the United States and deserve protection and compassion. Whereas, because of the increasing pressure from modern society, wild and domestic horses rely on humans for adequate food, water, and shelter. Whereas, the Congressional Horse Caucus estimates that the horse industry contributes well over $100 billion each year to the economy. The resolution encourages all citizens to be mindful of the contribution of the horses to the economy, history, and character of the United States. Expresses the sense that a National Day of the Horse should be established in recognition of the importance of the horses to the nation's security, economy, recreation, and heritage, and urges the President to issue a proclamation calling on the people of the United States and interested organizations to observe a National Day of the Horse with appropriate programs and activities. That, ladies and gentlemen, is this Friday. Get on Facebook, type in National Day of the Horse. You're going to find all sorts of fun things. And how poignant it is right now that we need Congress to recognize their own resolution.
Amen.
Amen.
And help our horses. In today's show, we have some fabulous people calling in. And I see right now we have Lee and Cindy Lee on the line. And are you there, ladies?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hey, Lee.
Beautiful, beautiful. Standing ovation here at the Reno Town Mall. And now back to Shannon Windle.
So, Wendell Stockdale and Cindy Lee are two fabulous women that we have had the honor to come to know as we have set out on our rescue mission to help the Virginia Range horses. Lee, can you tell us a little bit about your organization, Spirit Wind Horse Rescue?
Sure, I can. We started out in 2006 when we rescued 3 horses from our local sale barn from Florida. And after my, the lady that founded the organization, Beth Keenan, and I had seen a horrible situation down at the sale barn, and we brought 3 little horses home. We decided that something needed to be done. It was my first interaction ever with kill buyers. I had no idea that they were so prevalent even in our own little area over here, which is very rural in Colorado, and that's how we started. We started with 3 horses, and since then we've probably rescued over 280 horses. Many of them have permanent homes through our adoption and training program, and then the older ones, the ones that are not sound, we get them permanent retiring them and out within our organization, so they're taken care of for the duration of their life.
That's just
And,
absolutely fabulous. It's unbelievable what you have been able to accomplish. 280 horses, did you say, that you have rescued?
We have. You know, and it started really small, and it was just, initially it was just sort of Beth and I that sort of took care of them and, financed everything. And then as the demand grew, we suddenly decided that, we couldn't keep doing it on our own that way, and we had to become a non-profit organization. So in 2009, we took $350, and we went through an internet firm that actually did all the paperwork for us. And within 3 months, we had our non-profit status. And so I would say that was probably the best $350 that we had ever spent.
This is Terry, and I've had my first experiences with those auction houses and with kill buyers in the last year. I mean, I always knew about it, but I'd never been there face to face. And I really want to applaud you for going out there, because you have to learn how not to cry, and you have to think with your head instead of your heart. And so this is a virtual pat on the back for you, because I know that's not easy.
No, it's not. And, it was kind of very, it was sort of funny in the beginning, because we were walking through, and the horses that were going in there were in awful condition. That has changed because we made such an outcry about the fact that they were taking in such thin horses, and really they should be prosecuted for animal cruelty. So now they're actually turning thin horses away and really emaciated horses. However, what did happen was we did get to, realize who these people were, and we ended up kind of, I had actually bought horses back from them once that have gone through the auction and been bought
Right.
by the kill buyers. And I have been able to negotiate with them. But it's, you know, it's just kind of like a different world when you walk in there and you've got 150 horses and you know you only have so much money to spend on being able to purchase the ones that you feel either deserve it because they don't have that much longer to live, and either you take them in for 6 months and then you end up putting them down. But it's certainly a better situation than having to get on a kill truck where they probably wouldn't even make it to the feedlot.
Right.
You know, and then there's a lot of very young horses that are in like amazing condition and registered horses. We have, at one point, we probably had about 80% of our horses coming to the sale barn that we were purchasing. They were all registered in papers. And they were young horses in the palm of their lives. And a lot of pregnant mares who the doctor was told that they died that we bought from the sale barn. You know, but it is difficult to make that decision on which ones you're going to save and which ones you obviously can't save. And, you know, some people go like, well, how do you make that decision? And I always feel for me, it's the horses choose me. You know, and it's not that they don't all want to choose me. There's something different about them. And so we've been very successful at finding, you know, taking these horses in and buying them from the, you know, the sale buyers or basically bidding against them and bringing these horses home. And most of them have, majority of them have found from, you know, through our training program.
Cindy, this is Lacy J. I just want to thank you for your tremendous advocacy and for the courage to go to these sales, because we here at Mustang Matters know that there is no humane way to slaughter a horse. We've had Dr. Lester Friedlander on the show, who was not only the chief USDA inspector, but also the chief teacher of all the veterinarians for the United States Department of Agriculture. He testified, as you know, before Congress in 2008, that the captive bull, which is how we generally slaughter horses in the United States, and cattle, works for cattle because their brains are in the front. Horses' brains are in the back, and as you know, we've found skulls with as many as 10 puncture wounds. So Cindy, what you're doing out there, and I don't know how in the world you make these choices except by intuition and guidance from spirit, and we just hope that you will always prosper in what you're doing. And we here at Mustang Matters would love to hear from you anytime you have news or would like to talk to us. We'd love to have you on the show.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is Shannon, and the reason I asked Vendela B. and Cindy Lee on the show today is because we have some absolutely over-the-top news.
Big news.
Very big, over-the-top big news. Cindy Lee has once again leapt forward. Well, let Cindy Lee tell.
Good.
Well, thank you, Shannon. My name is Cindy Lee, and I have my own animal foundation, the Life for Menace Foundation, and I have been able to work with V. V and I have become a pretty strong force out there, and I am proud to tell you that I have helped save over 40 horses, majority of them wild Mustangs, and they are all living at the 5-Season Hotel at Spirit Wind Horse Rescue. And we are a great partnership. It takes quite a team, as you know, to integrate and do this, but I'm very proud to work with V. I fight for the horse every day. Every day I fight. You can hear me fight every day, and V and I fight all the time, and we've become a very strong voice out there as a partnership to facilitate and be an educator and a resource to help save these wild Mustangs and know that they are safe. And it's been a tremendous working partnership I've done with Bee, and I've started a big medical fund with her too, and we're building new barns for more wild Mustangs.
Yay!
And the really big
And it is about a team effort. You know, it's, a lot of these organizations, especially with rescues, kind of like they don't want to work with other people. And so for Cindy Lee and myself and our organization, we work extremely well together. And many of these horses would never have been safe if it wasn't for her. You know, we're kind of the place where they go, but she's the one who finances everything through her foundation. And so, you know, we have to be very grateful for the fact that she is out there, you know, helping so many horses every single day. Because without her, many of these horses would not even be with us today at all.
Absolutely, absolutely. And our big news that we wanted to announce is that Spirit Wind Horse Rescue is taking 4 more of our horses. a family.
Yay.
A family of 4, our beautiful double dilute Carmelos, and their little add-on sorrel horse. And we're working together on a plan to get them out to Colorado. And we're just thrilled to death. Thank you so very, very, very much, Cindy Lee and Vendela Stockdale from Spirit Wind Horse Rescue. Tell us, how can people help? How can they get in touch? What can people do?
Well, people can first of all, they can email us. We have our email, which is spiritwind@pdx.net. If they have any questions, of course, we're always looking for volunteers. So if anyone is out visiting from Nevada and wants to volunteer cleaning pens or bucking hay, we're always up for that. And of course, donations are a huge contribution for us. Right now, I think we have around 64 horses. And so we, our expenses as far as hay and training, those are our 2 biggest expenses because Cindy pretty much takes care of all of our medical expenses, thank heavens, which is a huge contribution. But those sorts of things, any kind of donation, anything from $10 to whatever people want to give, it's all tax deductible because we're a non-profit, but it's, those kind of things are always helpful with the number of horses that we have.
Right, and if I could just chime in, the Wags the Menace Make a Difference Foundation is a big supporter of Spirit Wind Horse Rescue, and we are on Facebook and the website. The website is wagsthemenace.org, and I'm very proud to work with Dee and be the voice for the wild Mustang and the wild horse out there and be a big educator and help and facilitate as much as possible.
I want to jump in right now, V and Cindy, and let you know that the whole time you've been talking, Debbie McCarthy here on set at the Reno Town Mall for Mustang Matters has been posting it on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to get that message out there on behalf of both of you right now. So what a wonderful job you're doing. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for calling in. It's wonderful to talk to you. And please, again, let us extend our invitation for you guys to call anytime you have news, and especially to ask for donations for the stuff that you're doing out there. We're very grateful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for all you do for the horses.
Thank you.
Thanks, it was great meeting you.
Yeah, there you have
You
it.
too.
Great having you on board.
All right, and I believe Joann Spotted Bear, you wanted to chime in.
Yes, thank you for taking care of our horses and allowing us to dig hay.
Hey.
All right, thank you. V and Cindy Lee, thanks again for the great job you're doing for our Wild Mustangs. And remember, you are now co-host of this show. You can call in anytime. It's every Wednesday from 11 a.m. until noon, and we look forward to your updates.
Great, thank you
So much.
All right, listeners, this is Mustang Matters, and we've got a really full panel today. Remember, join us. You can text us. That text number is 775-384-4444, and we just received a text right this very moment, and it says this is Don trying to call in. And so, Don, the lines are wide open. Also, Mitch in Callahan, Florida, writes in and says, I am going to send a check before you are off the air today. So, but wait, he did put a little thing. He said, I also know that Lacy J. Dalton is trying to save the Jackass Eddie. I like that. Way to go, Mitch. Mitch is a frequent caller on our morning news show. So way to go, Mitch, and thanks for listening to Mustang Matters as well. So, Shannon, looks like you have none other than your second guest for today's Mustang Matters.
Oh, I am just so thrilled. I believe this is our friend from Horse and Man, Don Diavera.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for being here, Don. The reason I asked Don here today is because she has created such a unique way for people to help. Don, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in your group?
I think you're referring to the Bucket Fund, which is our
Absolutely.
fundraising. Okay. Well, it's through a blog. My blog is called Horse and Man, and it's at horseandman.com. And on one of the features every month is to help a horse in need.
and it changes every month. And what we do is we find a horse in desperate need. It can be anything. It could be a group of horses, mares and foals on a feedlot. It can be a baby with an injury. It can be nurse mare foals. Anything that comes into our view, usually run by a 501, so it's tax deductible. But the premise is, I felt that people don't like to donate $1 or $5 because they don't think it's enough and that it won't matter. But it does matter. So with the bucket fund, the idea is anybody can donate any amount. But when you put it all in one bucket, it becomes a big amount, and it makes a big difference for these horses and these causes. So the bucket fund was created as a drop in the bucket, and there's a PayPal button, and it's safe and simple. You go to the website, hit bucket fund, read the story. If you feel compelled, you can donate your Starbucks money or the pocket change, and it all adds up. And we've donated quite a bit of money over the last 3 years, and it's really worth it.
You know, this is Terry. How are you?
I am well. Hi.
I have been thinking about the bucket fund, and it also made me think of people who have a bucket list. They want to see wild horses before they die, before they kick the bucket. So, and if we could get, you know, and there are a lot of people, I was talking with Netta DeMaio in Return to Freedom, and she often has children with life-threatening illnesses come to her ranch to see the wild horses. And I think that, you know, maybe people who aren't able to go see the wild horses, if they still want to donate to a horse, I think your bucket fund sounds like a wonderful link for them to do that.
You know,
That was interesting. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, that's absolutely correct, and what a wonderful concept. You know, there's so many people out there that absolutely, and yours truly included, that say, you know what, you know, I'm just not going to make a dent. But when you realize that you are just simply adding to what is going to become a large bucket, then it all makes a lot of sense. So I really appreciate what you're doing, and that was Terry Farley, and I guarantee you, she's absolutely right. You could absolutely continue on with this fill that bucket program. Lacey, what do you say?
Well, since my bucket has a hole in it, that's kind of an inside joke.
That's right.
Folks, that's a song that I recorded by Hank Williams Sr. called But My Bucket's Got a Hole in It. But it sounds like your bucket will always be full, and the work that you're doing, we have got to really, really thank you for your advocacy. I'm getting the signal over here from Joann Spotted Bear. She would like to say a word to you.
I was wondering if you knew if Santa used reindeers or horses or burros. Maybe he had a hole in the bucket too, I don't know.
This year Santa has got to use wild horses, that's it.
That's it,
I know,
Santa.
if we may get a message here from the North Pole any minute
That's
saying
right.
that that's a great idea.
Santa, just call 855-790-8255.
John, I wanted to bring to light your bucket fund for December. I've been following you for quite a while now, and I get on your website, on the blog, and tears often just pour. The efforts that people are going to help horses. And I'm thinking specifically of Shelby, who you have right now. People can get on, donate to Shelby, the gift certificate for December. You have a lofty goal to get enough people to donate for him. Right now it's at $485. And then there's the story of Betsy Rose and Molly. I'm not going to go into details because I want people to go to horseandman.com, and I want you to read about the fabulous efforts that people are going to help these horses and many, many others. And what a great thing Dawn is doing by opening her website to this. And I want to thank you, Dawn.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you for letting me come on. And the one significant thing about a December bucket fund, it's so difficult for people to give during this month.
But if you do, we have donor gift certificates. So if you were to contribute, we would send you a certificate that you could re-gift to someone and say, this money was donated in your name for this horse, and it has pictures and it has their name on it and your name as the giftee. So we want to make it easy and in any way to help the horses.
Fabulous, Dawn. Thank you so very much for calling in today. And it's just another way of how people can help. If they can get on your website, horseandman.com, then I think we can make a huge difference. Let's try to double what's in your buckets right now.
Amen. Double buckets.
You hear that out
Thank
there?
you.
Everybody, you can give this as a Christmas present, and what a wonderful gift it would be. I don't know about the rest of you, but when I'm giving presents to people, a lot of times most of my friends have everything they need. So, and a lot of because of my age, a lot of us have all that we need, but we need to do this. So please, if you're out there listening and you can send $1 or spend $5 or 15 or 20 or however much, go to the Bucket Fund and do it. It's a good way to give.
And again, Don, thank you for calling Mustang Matters. You truly do matter to us. And remember, you can always call in the future, 11 till noon every Wednesday. Same number right here for Mustang Matters. We have just enough time. Shannon, looks like you have another great guest on the air.
We do. Yvette. Yvette, who is tirelessly working to stop horse slaughter in this country. Yvette, I've been emailing back and forth, and she has an update about what's going on in New Mexico. Yvette, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
So what's happening?
Well, it's not good news. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but last week, the state of New Mexico is going to grant Valley Meats in Roswell, New Mexico, their groundwater discharge permit. This was the last hurdle for New Mexico to open up their slaughter plant. So we are now in the federal court with a lawsuit which is now on appeal. So this gentleman cannot open his plant even though he has his last permit in place. He wants to open, he's anxious to do so, but cannot because of the federal lawsuit. So I would encourage everyone to continue putting pressure in Washington to pass legislation because really at the end of the day, that's what's going to stop all of this.
Absolutely, Yvette. And on our website, I'm going to jump in here real quick, www.hiddenvalleyhorses.com. Please get on our website, go to the links tab. We have information about how you, the American public, can speak for all American horses, wild or domestic, mules, burros, to encourage our representatives in Washington to hammer on the committees that have the SAFE Act in their possession and aren't loosening up. And we need people to contact their legislators, say, get that bill onto the floor so that they can vote on it and we can be done with horse slaughter and our horses trailing out of our country. www.hiddenvalleyhorses.com. Thank you so much for calling in today, Yvette.
Thank you, Yvette, for being a part of Mustang Matters. Listeners, for those of you who've been listening on Fox News, our Northern Nevada affiliate here, we have to say goodbye to you on this episode of Mustang Matters. Those of you who are listening on other radio stations nationwide, don't you dare leave your seat, because after these words from our great sponsors, we're going to be right back.
Hi, this is Eddie Floyd, host of
I think they could just call you Smooth Eddie.
I know.
That was so good.
That would replace the Fast Eddie.